Yes, guys, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. This is United Daily. We are back again. Hope you guys are all doing well after a weekend of no sport yet again. I know we're really struggling right now, and there's talk of when football is going to return and a potential return behind closed doors and all of that good stuff as well. But here today on United Daily, we are here to talk about Alexis Sanchez's future at Manchester United. It's a topic which we've covered before on countless occasions here on AdamMcKola TV, and we're going to do it again as there are links with him leaving Manchester United and potentially heading out to the MLS. And could Beckham, a former Manchester United number 7, be about to save our current number 7 from his disastrous move to the club? Well, disastrous for everyone, apart from his back pocket, to be fair. He's been well paid for it, but it's been a disastrous move overall. And could David Beckham be about to save him? We'll be looking into the stories linking Alexis Sanchez with a move to Florida and a move to Miami, with Inter Miami, swapping Inter Miami, Inter Milan for Inter Miami. Imagine that, who'd have thunk it? But also we'll be looking at David De Gea's recent comments, Scott McTominay's recent comments, Rio's backing Paul Pogba. He's also made some comments about him clarifying his future as well, which I think Rio pretty much summed up Manchester United's thoughts. I'll read some of them quotes out as well. And Dortmund have an update on their Jadon Sancho, of course, as well. Manchester United in after Jadon Sancho, and there's updates on them with Dortmund believed to be relaxed over the whole thing. So here on AdamMcKola TV, we are live as well. Later in the day today, at 10:30 we were live today. If you're watching live, you'll see it's around 10:32 right now. If you're not watching live, then thank you for tuning in for anyway. But we were later today, obviously because of the fact we had Premier League Gazette was our early video today. But we're back at the usual 12 p.m. UK time slot every single day for the rest of the week on United Daily. It's only Monday where we're here at this time. So make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing, all that good stuff. Today we hit 70,000 subscribers. So thank you to everyone that's been getting involved on our channel in recent weeks. And thank you to the members as well. You can see Nimai's in the comments and he's got a logo next to his name. You're probably thinking, what's all that about? Well, Nimai is one of the members on AdamMcKola TV who joined. He gets exclusive content. He gets to join the Discord forum server where you can get questions in for Q&As, questions in for player interviews. We have a little chat and a little debate over there. And you, of course, support the channel as well as we continue our growth. So you can check that out, but make sure you're subscribing right here on AdamMcKola TV. And for Ilya right now, it's 12:30, so thank you for tuning in, Ilya. Pratulia, Sam C, Vicky is in the house as well. And let's get stuck into this story. And thank you very much for your kind comments, Sam. Let's get stuck into this story regarding Alexis Sanchez. Now, Alexis Sanchez, a disastrous move at Manchester United, moved it to Inter Milan, Serie A with his mate Romelu Lukaku, and was hoping to have rescued his career and hoping to rescue his career. But unfortunately for him, he had some time injured, so he couldn't really prove it out on the pitch. And when he did play, he wasn't great for Inter Milan. So he hasn't been good enough for them to deem him a worthy enough investment of the wages that I'm sure he would possibly demand. That's if he's still going to demand the kind of wages that he's on at the moment, which are astronomical when you consider he's the best paid player at Manchester United. So Inter Milan are very unlikely to take up the option to buy Alexis Sanchez in the next transfer window. And it's likely Alexis Sanchez will be returning to Manchester United. So Alexis Sanchez is going to head back to the club. And then Manchester United, of course, we're going to, in the press and in interviews, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to say and has said, well, actually, you know, he's going to come back and he's got a chance to prove himself, this, that and the other. But I have no doubts the club will be looking to move it on. And even as a fan, look, I'd hoped this one would have gone to plan. I hoped he would have been a better signing. I was actually someone that wanted him to sign. But since then, it's not proved to have gone that way. Now, can he rescue this situation? I don't think so. You're never going to get the player that you signed. You're never going to get your money's worth. He could score a few goals or, you know, something like that. But he's not going to score more goals than Mason Greenwood. He's not going to score more goals than Rashford or Marshall. And is it worth keeping him in the team when he's on a mad wage, which is then going to affect the balance of the team, the dressing room, other players' salaries, things like that. So there's just no point bringing this player back to Manchester United, and that's my opinion. We have to get rid of this player. Obviously, we're going to say, all right, we're going to bring him back and see what happens. But very unlikely he's going to prove anyone wrong at Manchester United. And I'm sure we'll be looking to get him off the wage bill. But in this current situation, it's going to be very difficult for that to happen with the fact that a lot of clubs aren't going to be able to spend. But United seem to have been given a little bit of glimmer of hope from David Beckham and Inter Miami. Now, Inter Miami are trying to sign a marquee player. As of yet, they haven't had any luck. But they're trying to sign a marquee player. Now, Alexis Sanchez is someone that could do that. Obviously, he's South American, so we'd reach out to the South American fan base, and there's obviously a lot of South Americans based in America, in Miami and Florida as well. So it would obviously help with a lot of the fan base. And he's obviously would still be seen as a marquee player in the MLS. Now, there's rumours, or there's reports rather, coming from an American source that Alexis Sanchez has bought an apartment worth around $2 million over in Florida, which has helped fuel these rumours. Now, it could be that he's set to sign for Inter Miami, and no, there's a deal there that's in place, and he's going to join them soon. Who knows? That could be the case, and he could have bought that. But people with money, and Alexis Sanchez is someone that has a lot of it. When you consider his wage, his wages have been around 350 grand a week before bonuses. Any bonuses he would have been activating, he would have been making $1.25 million every month. So, purchasing a property, I don't know if it's a good investment property, I haven't seen it, but purchasing a property maybe as a holiday home or a getaway or somewhere that he can go to isn't going to be a surprise for someone that's got money. But it could actually be something with a move in mind. And it could be a case that he is going to join, an MLS side potentially into Miami. And it wouldn't be a surprise if David Beckham used his links with Manchester United to try and make a transfer happen. And maybe sign many players that have links with Manchester United because of his links with the club. And the fact that he's a Manchester United legend, he'll have that romance there between players. Not that it'll be a romantic move for Alexis Sanchez. I'm sure they'd have to cough up, unreal wages to make him sign and to get him to play for Inter Miami. But it's a possibility, I think. It's definitely a possibility. And I'm hoping it's a possibility anyway. What I would hate would be for Alexis Sanchez to price himself out of a move when it's clear that he doesn't have a future at Manchester United. You're not going to turn this around. Do you know what I mean? It's done and dusted. As ruthless as that is, and yes, you've got to look at the human side, and it's not great for him either. But also, he's a well-played athlete, and he hasn't performed for United. And sports are ruthless, and ultimately, we need to get rid. And if he's going to use his wage demands, obviously, he's not going to be taking, wages that he wouldn't normally accept. But if he's going to be demanding ridiculous wages to move on, and ultimately staying at United and not playing football, it's going to be fucked, you know what I mean? We're probably going to have to send him out on loan, pay part of his wages, all that stuff again. It's a bad investment by United overall. And you look at the want and the urgency and the need to try and better Manchester City. United should have been making signings in trying to better, Manchester United and look into the long term. And you finally feel like we've got a transfer policy, or we've got a manager that is actually doing that. You look at his signings, Maguire, Fernandes, Wan-Bissaka have been his obviously his key signings, and the signings he's spent most money on. And those are the signings that have gone to plan. Igalo's a short-term deal, we know that now. Just because he's looking to sign players with a long-term future, it doesn't mean you don't need one or two that are going to fill in short-term gaps. And I would be totally for signing Odion Igalo on a long-term basis. But to do that, we need to get rid of the likes of Alexis Sanchez to free up some of the wage bill. We can't be naive in thinking, United, yes, will be probably dining at the top table when it comes to transfers in the summer. But we can't be naive to think there won't be some sort of impact from what's going on in the world at the moment. And, we're going to have to, navigate our way around the market and maybe get rid of one or two. That's why the Diogo Dalot links don't surprise me. Yes, DM. That is correct, though. McKola. Two surnames into one. That's what I did. Done. Darcy says, Adam spot on. He's a toxic asset in decline. Nothing but negatives in keeping him here. We need to buy Sancho, Partey, Werner or Haaland, says Ilya. Haaland, I can't see that one happening. Werner, can't see that one happening. Looks like he's probably heading to Liverpool or something like that. Thomas Partey, unfortunately, doesn't look like that one's one United are interested in. Sancho, I think that one may happen. It's a possibility it will. So yeah. Brian Stones has an alternative view, saying he may just want an address in a state with low/no taxes. I didn't think of that. I don't know what the tax situation is over there. Yeah, but would you have to not live over there or earn your wages over there? Surely, right? But then I'm sure these footballers set up companies where their wages are paid to and all that kind of stuff, and they have all sorts of ways on manoeuvring their way around the taxing brackets and all that stuff. Nice one, Ross, saying well done on 70k. Yes, thank you very much, Ross. We've now got almost enough subscribers to fill Old Trafford. We want to hit 100k ASAP. 100k ASAP. I actually set the target at the start of the season of 100k by the end of this season, and then my consistency went out the window pretty early doors. Now I'm consistent on the channel. There's no football, but the season's been delayed. So that means we've still got hope of probably, who knows if the football season's going to recommence, if it does, even if it does, you know what I mean? So there's a little bit of hope. So get subscribing if you're not subscribed to AdamMcKola TV. And thank you to those guys as well that have joined AdamMcKola TV in the recent weeks. Excuse me. Clear my throat. Let me find them Rio Ferdinand. Let me use my phone for that. Virgin Media have been tripping absolute balls today, so I didn't think this video was going to happen with the internet cutting out every couple of minutes or so. But thankfully, it was all right and we got there in the end. Let me just have a look for... So we had some updates from Mohamed Bouafsi, who reported that United took the lead to sign Jadon Sancho prior to lockdown. The club wants to sign 2 attacking players, but the coronavirus pandemic has blocked negotiations. 2 attacking players would suggest that there's maybe still possibility of Jack Grealish, although myself, I'm sceptical on that one. Paul Pogba's departure from MUFC was the trend before the coronavirus pandemic. The situation is now more complicated. Obviously, pretty much what most have deemed the situation already. Michael Zorc, the Dortmund sporting director, with an update on Jadon Sancho, says we will see what happens. We have a long-term contract with Jadon Sancho. This will not change now. We are totally relaxed about it. But that to me sounds like a club that's resigned to negotiations. Rio Ferdinand, like I was saying, some of those quotes on him, on Paul Pogba. The quotes that I said all United fans will agree with is that he said, I'm honest about Paul Pogba. I love Paul. He's a great kid. But the only problem I have with Paul is he should chat instead of his agent chatting. If he did that, then there would be more clarity on the whole situation. And I think that's something that all Manchester United fans can agree with. All we want is clarity on a situation. Yes, you know, I'm glad he is not coming out saying, oh, I want to leave every week and all that. And maybe that's why he hasn't come out and spoke. And maybe the reason why he's not spoken about his future himself is because he wants to leave. And therefore coming out and saying that is almost disrespectful to the club. And maybe him getting his head down is what's the best thing for him. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so I kind of agree with Rio. We kind of need clarity on the situation. We just want to know if he wants to go or wants to stay. But then if he wants to go and he's communicated that behind closed doors, I kind of respect him for not saying it out in the open. So it's kind of like we only want him to say publicly what he wants to do, if what he wants to do is to stay at Man United. See, that's where our love of the club just starts coming into our thinking of these things, and that's natural as Man United fans. But maybe because he did want to leave, which I think could have been the case, or was the case, because he wanted to leave, maybe he didn't say anything because of that, which again is respecting the club. But let me get them other quotes as well. Paul Pogba, Rio Ferdinand. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, Chudy, the last born. Yes, mate. Thank you very much for joining AdamMcKola TV. We appreciate the support on the channel, and I appreciate you for joining us. I'll get a new Discord link up for you if you do want to join the Discord and start getting in on the debate with the fellow members on the channel. But also the new exclusive members video is already up, and you can find that in the community section just by scrolling down, or I guess because you're a member, when you scroll down videos it will be there. But Chudy, thank you very much for joining AdamMcKola TV. I believe you're the 34th member, so thank you very much. One of an exclusive bunch. I appreciate it. Guys, keep your comments coming in, keep your thoughts coming in. I'm getting those quotes up that we were talking about right now. Raj Forever United with the super chats says, love the channel, keep up the good work. Thank you very much for your support, Raj. I appreciate you guys as well. And whether you're super chatting, joining, subscribing, watching, liking, commenting, sharing, whatever you're doing, and no matter how you're keeping involved with the channel, I know everybody's situation is very different. Thank you very much for keeping involved with AdamMcKola TV. This is the people's channel, and I want you guys to be dictating what we're doing on this channel every single day. So make sure you're keeping involved and keeping it locked. Nice one again, Chudy. Yes, 2 tiers. What is happening, mate? Hope you're doing well. Right. There we go. Rio Ferdinand defends Paul Pogba after disrespectful claim about disrespectful. Let me just say that. So Rio Ferdinand has said for Paul Pogba to say he doesn't know who Souness is or wouldn't know him as a footballer, I believe that. It's not disrespectful. He doesn't know him. As great a player as Souness was, he was a top player. If you were talking about the best British midfielders we produced, he's in the conversation 100%. He was a good player, but Paul doesn't know him. Simple as that. And that's the difference of generations. I don't think it's disrespectful. If I was Paul Pogba, I'd say the same thing, but I would have said it from a disrespectful standpoint, because I've been saying, you've been dissing me all this time and I've not kicked the ball. Why are you talking about me? Yes, Rio! Yes, Rio! Thank you, bruv. I was worried then. Like, I was reading this comment thinking, you're being too kind to Souness. Please say something. And at the end, he chucked it in. If it was me, because that's if I was Paul Pogba had every right to come out and say, fuck Graham Souness. Who the hell is he talking to? Who the hell is he talking about? Do you know what I mean? He's been running his mouth about disrespectful, shut up. But he didn't, because Paul Pogba is on one of them peace and love kind of vibes. We've seen how he is on social media and that. Someone don't dance like that if you're angry, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't happen. And he comes out and he's saying, I don't know who he is until he started talking about me. Whereas if it was me, I would have been a whole lot more disrespectful. I would have said, fuck Souness and his mom. Nah, let's not bring his mom into this. I apologise, Mrs. Souness. Stretford Paddock Fan TV, wait, what is the hell going on there? Interesting. Rio's defence is still fantastic, says Wrestle India. Ross Murphy just simply says, Rio, Rio, Rio. James Powell is in the house. Sorry, tuning in from the US a bit late. Have I missed much? You haven't, James. You haven't missed much at all. We've been speaking about, actually, you're watching from the US. Maybe you might know a little bit more on this. There was a report earlier that Alexis Sanchez had bought a property or bought an apartment over in Florida. Now, that has fueled rumours that he'll be joining Inter Miami, with David Beckham on the lookout for a marquee signing for his club. So do you think Inter Miami could get him, would be in a position to get him? And what, if anything, have you heard maybe in the US media or the US football, soccer media about Alexis Sanchez? Is there anything going on there? let us know, brother. But thank you for joining us. Fuck Souness, says Nimai simply. Get Sanchez out, whatever it takes, says Joel Cox, and I gotta agree with that. Rio, my man, says Sharat with a simple comment there. Thoughts on the Cavani rumours? Again, Ross? Again? Cavani's been linked with Manchester United again. Let me check this out. So, Edinson Cavani. Simple Google search there. And we've just hit 50 likes as well. So get hitting that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Get hitting that right now. I'm just looking. Well, on the 20th of January 2020, there was a Welcome to Manchester United video made on YouTube, which is interesting. Okay, so here we go. It's from a outlet that we don't want to mention who they are. They don't need credit from us. And they've probably used somebody's else's information anyway, which I'm sure they have. But it's basically saying United serious about Cavani transfer but face competition from Juve and Atletico. United are reportedly serious about an Edinson Cavani transfer but face competition from Juventus and Atletico Madrid. He's out of contract with the French outfit this summer and is very unlikely to sign a new deal. The PSG striker is set to depart on a free transfer. Is he the mystery striker that we heard about? Do you remember when there was talk of a mystery striker for Manchester United? If it's available on a free, I could possibly see then why Manchester United were probably thinking, actually, let's hold tight a little bit with AdamMcKola, because some may say, you know, Cavani's better than him. Now we've obviously not seen Cavani in the Premier League. He could come here and turn to absolute shit, and I've not watched him much this season. But we know in his time, he's been an elite goal scorer, and he scores a lot of goals. Is he going to come to Manchester United in the summer? Probably not. But could he have been that mystery striker? Especially with him being available on a free. Especially with AdamMcKola's loan coming to an expiry in May the 31st. So you never know. You never know. Because it was fairly reliable sources talking about a mystery striker, wasn't it? Even though Nimai is finding that funny. Cavani is dead food. What's the top I'm wearing? This is a Steve Older Madman Spartans top. For those that don't know. It says, dream the impossible, achieve greatness. Spartan 28. I think it's made by Hubert and Calvin, but it's Steve Older Madman merch. Talking about tees, the Viva Regalo tees are up for grabs as well, if you fancy getting on them. Home and away editions are out. Cavani could be like Falcao. If it's a loan move, then I'll be happy with that. Also, and Cavani doesn't happen unless we get rid of Alexis Sanchez. Also, only thing I've heard with Inter Miami is that they're interested in James Rodriguez. Fingers crossed Sanchez is the next option for them. Yeah, in the article that links Sanchez with Inter Miami, it actually said it was because that move had dropped through, the James Rodriguez one. I'm not sure how likely James Rodriguez would be to go to MLS yet. He's not that old, is he? How long ago was that World Cup in Brazil? James Rodriguez. He's not that old, is he? 28. Feels like he come around like two weeks ago. Wow. 2 years ago. Feels like that World Cup was bloody hell. Life's going quick, man. Have you noticed time in lockdown is going quick as well? Really weird. The days fly by. Absolutely mental. Yes, Nimai. Are you the one that ordered the hoodie? Only one person has ordered the hoodie. And that is you. If you dream the impossible, then your dreams won't happen. Says Lauren. But it depends what you think's impossible, isn't it? It does depend what you think's impossible. What is impossible? Who knows? No one knows. Some may have thought, I would have thought it was impossible for me to have interviewed Eric Cantona, Ryan Giggs, Andy Cole, Brian Robson, Paul Scholes, all these people, Gary Neville, my heroes. I've met David. Like I would have thought all these things were impossible. So it depends, really, innit? But I hear what you're saying. Just some realistic shit. But on another flip point, maybe if anything can show you something's possible, is this bellend right here. Yes, Man United Caribbean, how you doing? And I seen, I meant to comment it after, and I forgot to comment it after. I seen some Trinidad and Tobago Reds commenting in the here as well, and asking for a shout out. So shout out to you guys, and thank you for getting involved. Sorry, I've missed the commenter's name. It moved on very quickly. So yeah. I think we should focus on DM and right wingers, not strikers. What do you think? This is Brian. I think we need a striker. I just agree with you. Don't need to focus elsewhere because you've probably got him already within the club. A short-term deal for AdamMcKola keeps him at United. Happy days, do you know what I mean? So I think it probably makes sense to keep him and focus, like you said, on a right winger and possibly a DM. Yes, Cameron / how you doing? Sidearms is here as well. Who was your biggest academy disappointment? Raval Morrison by far. But another one is also Giuseppe Rossi. Absolutely adored that little Italian stallion. 100k soon come. Nice one, Sammy. Nice one, mate. How many times do you pinch yourself at night? Yeah, man, Ross, it's nuts. People probably think, oh, I take it for granted and that. Seriously, I don't. I still get excited and that, can't sleep, wake up, get nervous when I meet them. Still happens. But once after meeting Cantona, not a lot of people can do that now. Like Beckham, if I got the chance to interview Beckham, my head would fall off. But like, I got to chill with gigs in South Africa, which was surreal. Like having breakfast with him and that, and waking up in the same hotel, going downstairs, having the same kind of briefings because we were on the same with the Heineken team and stuff. That was nuts. Like being up close and personal with Giggsy like that. Even Rio, like Rio's one of my idols as well. I think he's the best centre half. Yap Stam's up there, and what he achieved, like, you know, was nuts. I think we won the league every year with him, Champions League and all that. But Rio for me is the best, and it's... Beck shouldn't let Sanchez run his brand new club into the ground yet. Imagine him doing the wage sucking over in the States. Pass on that one, Beck. ATL 20, stop hotting it up, bro. You're going to hot it up. Then Beckham's not going to sign him. And then we're going to be lumbered with his wages. Rather them than us. Pogba will stay, says Mames. I'm hoping Paul Pogba stays as well. And I'm beginning to think it's possible that it happens. Have you ever interviewed Clayton Blackmore, Russell Beardsmore, Lee Sharp or Edwin van der Sar? Edwin van der Sar and Lee Sharp, yes. Clayton Blackmore, never interviewed him, but I played football with him. Me and him were in a five-a-side for a betting company. I can't remember who it was. But it was me, Clayton Blackmore, Ant Cruller, David May, and someone else. Nicky Colkin, I think. And we played against Trevor Sinclair, Paul Diakov, Richard Dunn. See, they had a team that had just recently like retired. You can find that on YouTube somewhere. You'll find that on YouTube somewhere. Shout out to the South African Reds in the house as well. Ed Will, Jonas is saying, how you doing, mate? Do you think we'll get Sancho? I'm 9 out of 10 sure we'll get Sancho, Aiden. But I can be like, I'm not in the know. I don't know anything. Like, you know, I'm just pretty confident that we'll sign him. Would I buy Upamecano? Possibly, but if we got rid of, you know, Smalling, Jones, Rojo, all them lot. But then I've got, you know, big fan of Axel Twanzebe. 21st anniversary of Juve away in 99 last week. Where were I? 99, I was 10, so I went to the home game. where we drew 1-1. Ryan Giggs scored late on. And then I was at home for the away when I was 10. My dad used to always disappear for them games at that age. And then obviously the home games I'd go with my old man. The Van der Sar one, Rabs, was on Full-Time Devils for UNICEF. I think it was United for like UNICEF, some soccer aid game or something like that. But that's what Van der Sar was for. I had a weird mustache because it was Movember. Beckham would put him on furlough, says Lee. Who is tougher, Yapstam or Vidic? That is a proper rock and a hard place, isn't it? I'd go Yapstam. But Vidic is a solid geezer. Are United in the Champions League next season? Well, as of yet, we don't know. But if the league was to finish now, and City aren't, as expected, are banned, then we're in it, aren't we? If the Europa League and the league carry on, then there's a possibility we qualify for it anyway. So fingers crossed it happens. Fingers crossed it really does happen. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in to AdamMcKola TV today on United Daily Live. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed, liked, commented, shared, joined the channel as well. We appreciate every last one of you. Tudy is the latest member on AdamMcKola TV as we hit 34. Can we hit 50 members by the end of the month? I don't know, bit of a long shot, but if you don't try, you don't get there, right? So if you can join, hit that join button. If you can't, hit that subscribe button right now. Like, comment, share, keep it locked. We're back at 12 o'clock UK time with United Daily, so make sure you join us for that, where hopefully we've got some more news to talk about. Until then, I've been AdamMcKola. You lot have been legends, and I'm out of here.